Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading with me Rosalind. This is Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance, and today we're going to be looking at what is coming in the week ahead for you. Now these are some lovely cards that I bought in Asheville, North Carolina when I was there just before the hurricane hit. So we're using these ones today. They're called the Lantern Oracle, just as the overriding cards for you to pick what's coming in the week ahead for you. So take some nice deep breaths. The timestamps are in the description. And pile 1 is number 34, circles. So let's see if we can have a little closer look at that. It's pile 1. Pile 2 is the key to intimacy. Okay. And then pile 3 is sharing. So just take a few nice deep breaths. See which one calls out to you, and then go to the timestamps in the description and it will take you straight to your reading. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, please do click on the like and subscribe button. It helps to grow my channel. And if you want to work with me on a one-to-one basis, all the details are in the description. You can either do life and love coaching with me. I've got 20 years of experience in the corporate world, and I'm a trained therapist, NLP master practitioner, spiritual guidance mentor, holistic healing practitioner, all sorts of things. So we can pretty much tackle anything. And if you want a one-to-one reading or a past life regression with me, you can go onto the Buy Me a Coffee link, and my shop is in there. So do feel free to have a look at all of that, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Pile 1, welcome to today's reading. So you have picked the Circles card, number 34, and it says, clarity begins in the eye of the storm. And I love the colour of the sky in this card, because it's like when you do have a storm, after it, sometimes the sky turns such an amazing colour that it feels like you're in a different world or a different dimension. It can glow. The whole world can glow as you're in it. This is saying that you keep going through the same experiences, and there may be some frustration because it's like you keep repeating the same patterns. So it might be to do with addictions, financial dependency on other people. It could be to do with relationship dynamics that keep repeating, whether that's a romantic relationship, whether it's with a family member. If we do nothing different, sorry about that, that's Luna barking. If we do nothing different happens. So we keep repeating what's been going on. So this week, pile 1, it's about looking at what does keep repeating. How can this be resolved? How can you change your behaviour in a situation so that you don't keep getting the same outcome? And a lot of this is coming from what's on the inside. So there may be things being triggered for you, and it's important to consider, where does that come from? So I want to use the term hysterical. If something is creating a big reaction in you, it's probably because it's just impacting on things that have happened already previously, and it's kept happening. So the emotion around that keeps building. If you do want to work with me to clear that, there's something called timeline therapy, which really helps to clear that so that you're not reacting to old wounds over and over again. It is in my shop on the Buy Me a Coffee link. But we're going to have a deeper look at what's going on for you with the cards. This is a moment in time where you might have had a situation in which there's been a lot of difficulty and you're having a period of time where either things are a little bit quieter or you've been given a solution, and now there's almost a little bit of limbo before things happen again. That might be applying for some of you this week, pile one, where you get to rest and enjoy time and to contemplate what do you want to change in your life. So maybe where do you feel stuck and not know what to do? Maybe do some journaling to write things down about what's going on, or maybe seek help from a therapist or a professional person who, or it might be a financial supporting person who can advise you. Whatever it is that you keep repeating, you might want to seek out additional help as part of this. So there's always more than one way out of a circle, my foxglove friend. Let's have a look what else is coming for you this week so we can get the full understanding of what this is about, get you some more advice. So, Spirit, what is going on for pile one this week, please? I'm feeling like maybe there's been a bit more than you feel like you can cope with. So I think there's an element of you resting and relaxing this week. And like I say, reflecting on what's been going on so that you can start to understand what you genuinely need or want to change in your life. 10 of Pentacles, that's really nice. So that tends to be about financial positivity and building a legacy. You're in a position where, like if we get to a position where we can start putting some money away to save, that's coming up for you this week. So that's very positive on the financial side. Spirit, what else have we got coming up for pile one, please? Judgment, interesting. Let me show these cards as I'm putting them out. Okay. 6 of Swords, which is about a journey, sometimes an actual journey where we're going somewhere, sometimes it's about the inner journey. 2 of Pentacles, trying to juggle different things to keep people happy. Let's have a look. What else we've got? 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of worry. Okay, so maybe the financial bit actually. What I'm going to say, with all these cards that have just come out, this might be related to financial things or how to provide for your family, and you might be worrying about what you're doing with your finances, and maybe you're spending money on travelling or going places, or maybe this is because we've got the red shawl here, this possibly is a bigger focus on self-worth, finances, how you provide your security, if you've got reoccurring financial issues because you're trying to juggle many people or the expectations of other people, or maybe you're juggling a few jobs even, and you're not sure how to get out of this. You feel all tied up with worry about what to do and you don't know what to do, and you feel like you're getting judged, and maybe you're judging yourself about what's going on with this pile one. So let me just see what else is going on. So there's certainly a thing where it looks like you might be going through the same patterns financially with how you're managing your financial life. Yeah, and you're having to have strength as you go through this. So let me just get some... Can I have some other information from Spirit, please, for pile one about what's going on here? Coal morning. I am here, present, ready to answer the call. Hear my beating roar coming back home to me. Interesting. So, I do feel like there's a whole focus on self-worth and self-value this week, Foxglove friend. So that is saying that basically it's time for you to stand up. See how unusually large the sheep is in comparison to the rest of its flock. So how are you presenting yourself in the world? How do you feel? Are you trying to make yourself small, or are you allowing yourself to be as big as you can possibly be, as big and loud? And are you allowing your energy to really shine? Because he's got this huge star above his head, this sheep, his or her head. Are you allowing yourself to really embrace all of who you are? Or are you kind of suppressing yourself and having lots of issues around self-worth and self-value? This is very interesting because I've also been going through an expansion of energy exercise myself recently. And I think that's the thing, as we go through life, if you've started off life trying to act small, there can be a huge inner journey, maybe because you fear of judgment. If you've come from a very critical background, maybe where you've been criticised a lot, it can really, or if you're in a situation now where you're criticised a lot, it can really push on your self-value and your self-worth. And that's part of the journey. And you can end up juggling everything to try and keep everybody happy, but feeling pretty stressed. We've got the sheep twice here. I think maybe that's a goat. Yeah, no, it's the lion and the lamb, isn't it? So it's about being kind. Sorry, I had to stop it for a second because Luna barked. So we've got sheep and lambs here twice. So maybe you've felt like you've been following what you should be doing. You know, like sheep follow. Perhaps you've been going down a process of where you should be doing this and you should be doing that through life. And this week it's time to start addressing that and looking at how do you actually start to choose what you want from life? How do you choose? How do you make yourself matter? It's important that you know that you are unique and that you matter fully, and that you pull yourself out of any victim sort of mentality, you know, where you're feeling down or you're feeling suppressed or you're feeling like you're not good enough in some way, and you step out of that and you go, right, how can I take action? How can I, in a compassionate and loving way to myself, first and foremost, take action so that I can manage either stuff to do with work, or how you make your money, or how you're saving your energy for you. Are you depleting yourself by giving too much, or are you making sure that you are fully energized and that you've got enough within you first so that you can then give to others? So, you know, we can't, if our cup is depleted, we've got nothing left to give to others. Forged in fire, your strength was crafted through adversity, a mastery only you behold. Okay, so we've got strength again here coming through. So that's coming through twice. So this week, Pile 1, it's important that you remember all of who you are. You are so unique. I've just said this already, but it's saying your strength was crafted through adversity, a mastery only you behold. Use what you've been through in the past to support you in the choices that you make now in a discerning way. So rather than being triggered by things or worrying about if if it's repeating over again, recognise certain behaviours and put your boundaries in place and empower yourself to go, that's not acceptable to me. I'm not okay with that. I am okay with this. So let's change things. And by doing that with the universe, by putting that out there, the universe starts to recognise what is and is not okay for you. And that is one way to do the work, to try and start practicing putting yourself first. So, pile 1. What else do I want? I want some more. Let me see. What is the purpose of what's going on this week, please? Spirit, for pile 1. What is the purpose of what's going on this week for pile 1, please, Spirit? I feel like there's a real level of understanding that is going, like a revelationary moment this week, pile 1. Yeah, okay, so the purpose of this is to get you everything that you want. The purpose of this, so this is the the King of Pentacles. We've got the 10 of Pentacles here. So there's an element over how you manage your energy, your self-worth, your self-value, whether it's work-related, whether it's about finances in general, or whether it's about energy management for yourself and how people treat you and, what you can afford or all those sorts of things. The purpose of what is going on this week is so that you can have it all. So the King of Pentacles has achieved wealth by working steadily towards it. They've achieved a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. See how this person sits here? They've got a full library around them, which shows the knowledge that they've gained. They've got a lovely dog. They've kind of got a beautiful environment where they're comfortable, they're living in their heart space, they've got wisdom, and they've created a life that they can live in comfort with, and they know their worth and their self-value. So that is part of what is happening for you here. Let me see what else we've got. I think this is quite a transformational week, pile 1, and that's just from allowing yourself to reflect and to understand what changes you need to make this week as you go on the inner journey to support your self-value and self-worth. Spirit, why else is this happening for pile 1, please? Yeah, so that you can be the leader in what you're doing, so that you can so the Emperor is quite often all of the Knight cards, the King cards together in a leadership form. So it allows you to have more empowerment and more leadership in your life. So you're not following like a sheep anymore. You become the lion. You become the lion who can then protect others, but is also leading the way, so that you're shining and that you feel strong in yourself and proud and able to have all these positive mastery of different elements. So the King of Pentacles is like, the mastery of the financial world, deep satisfaction, at a physical level, being able to relax because the foundations are stable. The King of Cups is like mastery of emotional aspects, things like that. So it's so that you can have a fully satisfied life, basically. I want to get some advice for you. Can we have some advice for pile 1, please? Oh, that came. Okay, so we've got 2 things. So we've got the mulch and manure. Now, when this card comes out, quite often for me it means stop dealing with other people's rubbish, let's say, to use a nicer word. Hardships are coming to an end. The seeds you sowed will be blooming soon. Okay, so if you have been through a difficult time, it's okay. You know, this 10 of Pentacles, where you're trying to build a legacy and trying to create a positive outcome from a financial perspective, it's happening. So don't give up yet, Pile 1. It is coming to fruition, even if it's been a bit of a tough journey. It's showing, but I do think you need to reserve your energy for you, to help you bloom and shine, because sometimes we need to put that energy into ourselves so that we can get stronger with how we're making changes in life, so that you can then support other people more easily in the future. And we've also got sunbathing. So the dance of stillness is calling you for to live in its embrace. Now, this is quite often about how you rest. So sometimes sleep isn't enough. It kind of doesn't rejuvenate you or revitalise you. One thing I do is, before I go to bed at night, I ask Archangel Raphael to lay a green healing blanket over me so that I feel rejuvenated, revitalised and refreshed in the morning when I wake up. And that can be really, really nice. But this can also be, how do you feel revived? So for some people, it's about spending time with others, about going out there and enjoying the company of others. And, you know, for others, it might be having a nice bubble bath with essential oils and Epsom salts to cleanse and clear your energy. For some people, it might be doing something creative and artistic, you know, or having a lovely walk. Sunbathing is rare in Britain, folks. If you're watching from other countries, we don't really have that option right now, because it's a bit gloomy. It's not cold, but it's a little bit grey and a little bit foggy a lot of the time at the minute. But certainly getting plenty of vitamin D is a big thing. And what I find out, actually, for some reason, with a lot of people who do give a lot, who are light workers, I've noticed that a lot of them kind of can be a bit deficient in vitamin D. So just make sure that you're getting plenty of vitamin D within your system by exposing your skin to light where it's healthy to do so. You know, just so that you feel revived. I'm going to get an overall card just to finish on Foxglove Friend, so that we can just get that final overview for the week ahead. This is a really transformational week for you, Pile 1. Even if it doesn't seem like it, the things that you're putting in place this week are going to be really, really positive. It's going to come to, you know, really good rewards at a personal and 3D level. So when I say 3D, I mean like in real life, you know, tangibly with stuff. So can I have a final card, please, Spirit, for Pile 1? Oh yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So we've got Grizzly Bear, Power. I am indestructible. I honour my intuition and I go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. Could you have strength any more times during this reading, Pile 1? I never give up. I will succeed. Yes, I think that is what this is all about. So, crikey, keep having the strength to move forward, even if it feels like you're not, you know, even if you're worrying that maybe you're not going to make it to where you're trying to get to this wonderful place of abundance, in whatever way that looks like to you. make sure that you are nurturing yourself this week, pal one, and just use all your inner strength in a positive and compassionate way to keep ploughing forward with whatever it is that you're trying to do, because and focus on your intuition. So this Eight of Swords is about getting stuck in your headspace, worrying about what's going on, thinking maybe it won't be right, self-doubts, all that sort of stuff. That you don't need that. Tune into your heart space. So breathe literally into your heart space. And sometimes you can focus on your hands. So if you just sit and focus your energy on your hands, it's anything to get you out of your headspace so that you're not in here. See what I mean? So that you're focusing away from your headspace, because that's where all the, your amygdala sparks off the fight, flight or freeze stuff. Your brain kind of starts to react and go, do I need to worry about this? Do I need to be, have I done the right thing? It's all those things, and it's just trying to protect you. So it's kind of the ego self trying to protect you to make sure that you're all right. But it can get a bit overexcited sometimes. So we want to make sure that we tune into our intuition. So if it feels like you're on the right track, you are on the right track, pal one. And make sure you're taking nice deep breaths slowly to calm your nervous system, because that will also enable your intuition. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Good luck to you, pal one. I'm very excited for you. Have a wonderful week. If you liked this, please do click on like and subscribe, and feel free to share with your friends. And I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pal two. Welcome to today's reading. You have picked The Key to Intimacy, number 21. So it says, if you can see that perfectly, intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. So there's a few elements to this, and just bear in mind that this is a general reading, so we'll take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But this can be to do with any relationship, and we'll see as the card comes out what this is about. But it's important that if you open up to others, which to develop intimacy in relationships, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships, those people should use the information to uplift and support you rather than bringing you down or making you feel bad about yourself. And the key element about this is self-love, and it's showing that so this person here has like a lock on this heart. If somebody has not treated your deepest, darkest secrets, with respect or consideration or compassion or whatever, you can change the lock, so you don't have to let them back in. But this is also about actually allowing somebody to see the deeper elements of you, and to see the parts of you that you might not like. And it's also about fully accepting yourself unconditionally with love, because the more you accept all the aspects of yourself, the less you will judge or feel bad towards others, because it's usually the behaviours of others that maybe, sometimes we don't like what we see in other people, because actually it's a mirror of something that we don't like in ourselves. So let's see what's coming this week, pal two, and we can understand a bit more about what that's saying to us. But it seems like the focus for you this week is going to be to do with some sort of relationship, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a romantic relationship. So, Spirit, please can we have some cards for pile 2 so that we can see what is coming for them in the week ahead. Got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm going to get them all out before I've got the 3 of Pentacles. Before I start going into the story of what's going on. We've got the Hierophant. Okay, we've got 6 of Swords. Interesting, that came up in pile 1 as well. We've got the 2 of Cups. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, and I'm just going to have a look. So there might have been issues, pile 2, in which you've either felt stabbed in the back, or somebody's been unkind to you, or you feel like there's been real struggles to do with how somebody else has treated you. It may be one person, it may be a group of people, but you might be working on some sort of project with that person. So whether you work with them, whether you're organising a wedding, whether you're doing something creative with them, to build something with them, it's all to do with connections. So the 2 of Cups, as you can see, is 2 people holding hands, and quite often this is a romantic connection, but not always. It's about deeper connections and going on a journey. So this might be a physical journey where you're actually travelling to different places, and perhaps that's part of the project that you're looking at maybe, but it might be to do with the inner journey. Interestingly, pile 1 was a lot about self-worth and self-value. I feel that this is a lot about self-love, and having love and full self-acceptance, so that you can actually engage and connect with others in a positive way, in a heartfelt way, because the more love that you have for yourself, the more that you can actually positively engage with others and connect with others. So I wonder if there's something to do with selfishness here as well. So whether you or another is being selfish in certain ways, it may be another person, but this does feel spiritually fated, this relationship that you're going through. Whether it's going to be for the long term or not, I don't know, but it does kind of suggest that there may be deeper soul learning going on at this stage, and you may have somebody religious or a spiritual teacher who will support you through this process, or who is involved in this in some way. You can obviously come to me and have a one-to-one reading if you need to. It's all in my description on the Buy Me a Coffee link. There's information there about how to book a one-to-one reading with me. I have a shop in the Buy Me a Coffee link. Spirit, what else do we need to see for what is going on this week for pile 1? Oh, I've put those in reverse. Okay, sometimes when these come out in reverse, so that was in reverse, but sometimes that can be all to do with your perception. It says allow the smoke to reveal the truth, clearing the haze while lifting the fog. So maybe you're not fully seeing the truth, or perhaps you don't want to see the truth, or perhaps somebody's not being truthful or honest, or perhaps you aren't being truthful and honest with yourself about this situation, which I must say, pal, too, is one of the hardest things sometimes, to really see your honest truth, to understand how you feel, to because we end up not listening to our own emotions, not listening to our own intuition, because we become conditioned sometimes to put other people first, or to behave in certain ways that will keep us safe. And then it's hard for us to understand why we're reacting in certain ways to certain things. But there is a lot of tension here, and somebody potentially not being very nice, which is pushing a lot of self-love issues, and it's to do with connections. So allow the smoke to reveal the truth, clearing the haze while lifting the fog. I do think it's important that you try to take some deep breaths to really be honestly truthful with yourself this week, pal, too. And then in turn, be totally honest with the people involved, so that you are showing the truth of what you feel and the truth of who you are. And that's what this is about, letting people really genuinely see all that you are. And then, depending on how they react, then you'll know if they're meant to be in your life or not, really. Can I have some more information about what's coming for this week? For pal 2, please, Spirit. Okay, warm my heart, all deserving comfort, red is my heart. So this is about really nurturing and nourishing yourself and bringing sweetness in. See, this is a whole tray of cinnamon rolls that are all warm, and it's cold outside, and they've got a candle on, and they're kind of, a cup of tea and a cake, which helps with a lot sometimes, especially if you get to watch Bake Off, pal, too, at the same time, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Channel 4, I think. It might be, yeah, I'm sure it's 8, not 9. But anyway, I'll watch it on catch up. But I love it. So maybe get yourself a little bit of cake and a cup of tea and watch something nice on the telly and nurture yourself through this. If you're feeling a bit rubbish and you're feeling unsure, I have to say, if relationship-wise, quite often, if we feel down or sad about what's going on in a relationship, what do? We either go for some ice cream or we have some cake and we sit all cozied up with a blanket round us, watching like a nice film that's, going to cheer us up. And I feel like you might need to do a bit of that this week. Just for the sake of nurturing and nourishing yourself. And maybe if you come out in a positive way with this connection, because that's not entirely being revealed here. I think the focus, I'm going to see what this is all about. I think the focus for this, pal, too, is that you honour yourself, and whichever way the chips then fall, if you like, that will be what it will be. Let me get more information about why is this happening for you. But it's important to spend some time having a nice little evening where you're cozied up to question, what is your honest truth? What is your honest truth, pal, too? How do you really feel? What matters to you? What doesn't matter to you? And if you can't say it out loud, write it down. Spirit, why is this happening for pal 2 this week? So that you can grow. So that you can, and maybe so that the relationship can grow. And that's why this is happening. So although it might be uncomfortable, pile 2, it's a little bit of pressure is applied sometimes to push us to grow and to be stronger. So just like you see how there's a little miniature tree here, and this person is putting healing energy onto that tree and giving that tree energy and nurturing to grow their hopes and dreams. And sometimes, with trees, the wind blows to strengthen and to fully give a stronger foundation to the tree so it can stand tall, just like this relationship will potentially do. So that you can, if they grew a load of trees inside in a warehouse and it didn't get any wind on it, and they just fell over because there was no applied pressure. So the issues that you're having are to help this grow stronger, or to help you grow stronger, or to help your wishes come true. But for most of you, pile 2, I feel like it's actually to help the relationship grow stronger. We haven't got any leaving cards at this point, so I think it might just be a bit of a, I want to say a positive blip. A positive blip, because sometimes the bad times just make things even better in the long run. Spirit, why else is this happening? Knight of Wands, yeah, so that you can go faster for some reason. It's happening to fast track you through the process somehow, so that you can make things that you want to happen. Maybe this relationship has all happened quite fast. Like I say, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a romantic relationship, perhaps it's happened quite quickly, and that's why this is coming up now, because you've not had chance to slowly build momentum, to slowly put the foundations in place. So it's all gone a bit awry because of the speed. So perhaps, the speed of something has almost become overwhelming, which is why a blip is needed to just secure in further foundations to enable it to keep growing. That is what I'm going to say. Now then, what else? What is now then, what do I want to know? What did I do last time with these ones? So what nice things are going to come in as part of this process, please? Pile 2, Spirit for pile 2. What nice things are coming into play? Or have we got anything else we want to tell pile 2? Ooh, I've never seen this card. How lovely. Look at that. The Sun Wheel. Make sure to catch your breath. Okay, well that makes sense with what I've just said about speed. You are in for an unexpected journey, and 6 of Swords is about journeys. So whether it's an inner journey or an actual, going on a travelling trip journey. I love that card. So this is what's nice. I think it's almost giving you a moment this week to reassess, to stop, to build positive foundations so that you can genuinely enjoy this for the long term. The Sun is always positive in cards. Make sure it's just telling you, because it's gone so fast, take your time just to have a breather and to, oops, my little earphone fell out, sorry. Take your time to have a breather and to reassess where you're at, because life isn't going to be the same as it was before. So if you are worrying about things repeating themselves, that is not this pile, that's pile 1. So you're in a good pile to know that this is progress. So although it might have been tough and you might have had some upsets, and it might have been uncomfortable. It's to help you progress and to grow. I feel like within the relationship, I feel that's positively. Let me get another one. What else is good is happening this week? You are in for an unexpected journey. See, I like that. If you're somebody who doesn't like change and you like things to be perfectly good, perfectly stable, then unlucky, pal, too. But I think this is going to be a fun and unexpected journey. So just try and enjoy the ride. You might be fretting a little bit too much about things that are going on. You might be worrying too much about revealing your truth. But actually, I think in this situation, it feels like that is what is needed. To dare to, dare to put yourself out there, pal, too. Oh, look at that. That's like a married couple there. So the soft petal felt upon your flesh is ready to release her thorns. I feel like this is, no, I can't remember what this card actually specifically means, other than cleansing and clearing. I do remember some of it actually now we're talking about it. But what's come up here is that the reconciliation, the ability to be able to embrace each other and to have a hug and to be able to, whether that's a metaphorical hug or a real hug, to be able to kind of go, oh, I'm sorry we've had a difficult time, to be open and honest and to be embraced as part of that. But also the roses one is to do with clearing and cleansing anything that no longer serves you from the past, and it even talks about doing a rose bath where you put rose petals in the bath, and each one of them you imagine is something that is no longer needed, that you're letting go of, because you don't need to hold on to certain behaviours anymore. So so the rose, I'm going to read a little bit out of the book for this one, just because I feel like you need it. The rose in your spread symbolised an eternal love that has the potential to test to stand the test of time. And that's what I was saying here about the wind blowing over trees that haven't had any pressure, haven't had any pressure on them. It's to make sure. So even if they're not acting in a way that is the way you had envisioned, so perhaps they're not whisking you off to Paris, or maybe they are because you have got the travel one. But they might be doing something that isn't quite what you expected. Don't chuck it all out for the sake of, don't give up on it, really, is what I want to say, pal, too. Allow them to be a soft place for you to land. Turn to them and be open with them, so that you can be supported through things that you're worrying about. It's about finding a space within this relationship to go through the good times and the bad. Right, I'm going to get one more card for you, pal, too, but I think that pretty much makes a lot of sense, really. I feel like that's quite clear. So, Spirit, can we have a final card just to clarify the week ahead for pal 2, please? Elk. Made me think of Banner Elk, which is near where my dad lives. Nobility. Okay, celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Oh, I couldn't have written it better myself, pal, too. Thank you very much, Spirit. So, your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. You can overcome this. If there's been problems within a relationship, you can overcome it. Success is on your side. You know, Spirit's supporting this, supporting you getting through this. I love this because it really is making me think of where my dad and my brother live. And although it's an elk, I'm also thinking of the moose as well, which is to do with my brother. And the mountains, and almost like the Northern Lights. I don't know if that is showing the Northern Lights, but that's what it's making me feel like. You can conquer and tackle anything if you turn to each other and work together. So I think there's an element of that. Look at how you are connecting. Look at how you are working together openly and compassionately. Turn to each other for support. You know, when we've got fears that come up from the past, sometimes we can almost be like each other's enemy. We can be afraid that the other person is our enemy because something from the past has been triggered, and we go, oh no, is it like that person? Are we having that experience over again? But this isn't. This is a time to gently step out and show yourself for all that you are, truly and honestly, so that you can build on that and build a happy connection together going forward. Really love this card. Love all the different colours. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you that even more because I think that emphasises, you know, this is where you're going. This lovely, the connection of two energies, the connection in a positive and heart-filled way, where both of your cups are full, giving and receiving equally. Lovely, 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 lovely. Well done, pal 2. Have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please do like and subscribe if you did. Take care and good luck. If you want to work with me on relationship stuff, check out my website, www.foxglovecoaching.com. It's in the description section, and we can do relationship coaching in any way you like, because there's all sorts of things I can help and support with. But from my heart to yours, wishing you a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Pal 3. A big warm welcome to you today. I'm very excited to see what we get during this reading, because Pal 1 and 2 has been very interesting. So you have picked the card of sharing. And this, so it says, it's card 33, it says there is giving in receiving and receiving in giving, which is so true. And I love the fact that there's a variety of things going on in this card. So somebody's brought something and they've put it down and they're openly sharing it. This person is holding what they've got towards them and not wanting to share. And this card is very much about, where are you applying your energy? How are you sharing your energy? With whom are you spending your energy and your time with? And where does it make you feel good, and where doesn't it make you feel good? So, you know, it's about coming out of being in hermit mode, allowing yourself to spend time with other people, allowing yourself to be known, sharing you, not even just what you have, but also sharing you in the world, so that you can experience what it's like to spend time with others. But it's very much about noticing where or who do you enjoy spending time with, or who don't you enjoy spending time with, and being honest, and making sure that nobody is actually taking, and nobody, or you aren't taking from anywhere where it's not wanting to be given, and about being kind and compassionate. So we are going to have a look at what is coming in more detail for you this week, and that is, I'm going to pop that there and we'll see what that's all about. it's funny because you can meet some people and instantly feel, well, it's the whole radiator drain scenario, isn't it? Where with some people, you both radiate like together. By being together, you just build and build and build energy, and you both come away feeling fantastic. Whereas with other people, you can spend a period of time with them and you can come away feeling absolutely exhausted because they've drained the life out of you. And that can be very much about what kind of situation they're going through and what mindset they're in, and their levels of happiness as well. So, Spirit, what is happening for Pal 3 this week, please? Oh, we've got the Empress. Interesting. The Three of Cups. Well, that makes sense because that's all about spending time with other people. Usually in fun ways. Got the Eight of Pentacles. That can be to do with work. The Ace of Pentacles. Ah, how interesting. And the Fool. Okay, so I almost want to say, for many of you, you may well have started a new job or a new project. And this is about getting to know the people who you work with and spending positive quality time with them, or even, you know, as you spend time in the working environment, being able to build friendships up, because that's part of what we do when we step into a new job. It's very much about building new connections, and who do you feel good with and who do you not feel good with, you know. I feel like I've just done another one. We've got the Eight of Swords. So I feel like there might be elements of self-doubt happening. You might have a bit of imposter syndrome, but you're full of great ideas. I have to say, I'm going to zone in on this one because I just love this. That Three of Cups. Look at all those, the different people coming together. We've got this beautiful violet colour, which is very sort of spiritual, very violet flame is where it removes all negativity, so it's all positive vibes, if you like, as you step into, I feel like you've just stepped into a new chapter of your life, and you may be trying to ascertain who do you like spending time with, who don't you, where are you giving energy, where are you kind of receiving energy. You've got all these ideas, you're really focused on doing a good job with whatever it is that you're doing, and you've got an open heart, and you've gone out into the world as the Fool, which is very much about the wanderer is starting on a new journey, so it's a new chapter, but you might be worrying about whether you're good enough, or whether they're going to like you, or have you done the right thing. It's all that kind of thing going on. So let me just get a couple of other cards, Pal 3. It's about sharing who you are, how much do you tell, how much don't you tell, you know, to allow people to get to know you. I think this is really exciting. I like this when there's I think it's such a lovely positive time when you get a group of new people coming together, and you start to learn each of them and experience what they've been through, or how they see life. You know, I enjoy that personally, but I'm a people person. If you're not a people person, this is probably really difficult. But all right, Spirit, what else have we got for Pile 3, please, coming in this week? Peppermint. Take from me what keeps me held back. If you can hear Luna snoring, I apologise. She's snoring next to me. clearing myself from all that does not belong in the vision of what is to come. Absolutely, pile 3. That's what I feel like is the case with this 8 of Swords here. You're kind of carrying some baggage that you just don't need. That imposter syndrome element is not true. It's not who you are. Let that go. Let go of anything that was your old life that no longer serves you, because you're stepping into a new chapter, or you've just stepped into a new chapter. Act as if you are whoever you envisaged you were going to be as part of this life. Present yourself in whatever way you want to that makes you feel the energy of this new life. And when you go through a big shift and a change like this, there's a lot to it. So if I start a new job, and I'm referring to new jobs for you, pile 3, but that might not be what this is. It feels very work related, but it might be a new project or a new group of friends. I like to have a new outfit. If I've got a new career, you might even be going into a new career, pile 3, which is even super duper bigger, because things really are changing. Then you feel like a little fish in a big pond rather than a big fish you might have been a big fish in a little pond previously, where everybody kept turned to you, and you knew all the answers to everything, and all of a sudden you knew. So even if you've got huge amounts of experience in what you do, sometimes when we step in, we still have to learn the new people and the new processes and the new system, or whatever it is, until we get our feet under the table, is what I want to say. But let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Let go of what you used to be, keeping the bits you like, but letting go of any old baggage, of any old self-doubt, because this is for you, pile 3. This is good. Let's see what else there is. This is a positive thing for you, so don't get scared. And I know how you feel. It can be scary when I went to see 2 of my friends that so kindly took me to see Newton Faulkner in a concert in this church in Nantwich, just a couple of weeks ago. And he, given that he's been a musician, he's got a beautiful voice. He's a wonderful musician who's been doing gigs and big concerts, and is quite well known for over 20 years, because I remember him when I was younger. And he started singing a brand new song for us, and he got nervous. And he's been doing it for over 20 years. So just bear in mind, it happens to the best of us. We've got garlic. So it says it is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries you have yet to expand on. Protection among all else. Yeah, so just as you're stepping into this new life, just be aware of, a bit like what it said with the sharing in card 1, you don't have to go all guns blazing, is what I'm going to say. You can do it a little bit at a time. You can start to feel out who it feels good to spend time with. Who do you need to be a bit more discerning with, a bit more wary with? Who can you be open with? Make sure you keep cleansing your energy. Garlic, I love this one because it's perfect for dealing with people. Garlic gets rid of energy vampires. We use garlic to get rid of vampires. In the old stories, when a vampire tried to come near you and you'd been eating garlic, or you got garlic round your neck, and they'd be like, and they'd be all upset because they won't come near you. This is very much about making sure that you just guard off against energy vampires. We want the radiators, people, not the drains, is what I'm going to say. So don't be afraid to have strong boundaries. If somebody's spending too much time chatting with you, don't be afraid to go, I've got to get on with this, or walk away, or make an excuse that the dog's needing something. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, there she is, as if on time. I know, Luna Bo, did that wake you up? So, Yes, wait a minute. Luna Boona's woken up and got all excited. I literally set Luna off then. I had to put it on pause for a second. Sorry, folks, because she must have gone, yes, I will ward off. I will set our boundaries for us all. So apologies for the barking there, but she was making a very good point. The baddies aren't allowed near us. Spirit, why is this happening for pal 3, please? Why is that happening? Why is this happening for pal 3? Okie dokie. So we've got 8 of Wands and we've got the King of Wands. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Lovely. So we've just got the why this is happening. It's all to do with helping you to be a good leader, to help you be entrepreneurial. There might be an element of travel involved, or so that things can go quickly. Things are going at speed. It's haste and good news. It's all very positive about empowering you in your role, in your project, whatever you're doing. It's about being passionate and heart-fueled so that you can build an empire and be a team player, and also to have, lots of abundance. It's going to bring a lot of financial wealth with it. So let's have a look at what else is positive is coming in this week, please, for pal 3. What else is positive that's coming in this week for pal 3, please? Rewild. Ooh, I like this one, look. Oh, look at that person on, I don't know, that looks like a horse, I think, with their arms in the air, their hair's flying and flowing. They're proud and loud and ready to, enjoy and be seen and be fully open in the world. Let your soul's garden grow wild, setting yourself free and allowing mysteries to surprise you. Yeah, it's kind of like you've been thrown back into reality, back into living, back into the magic of life. So you're going to step away from this self-doubt and stuff. We're going to leave that at the door. Leave that behind with the old, like you're leaving on the peppermint, and you're going to be this. In fact, I'm going to let you really, really see this again. I hope you can see that. Let me make sure that's... So you see that person is there with their arms open. They're holding on tight and they're flying. And it's really, really positive and really, really good. So that you can be all that you are without restriction, without having to... I feel like there's an element of letting go of certain shoulds, musts, needs tos. That I feel like that's gone out the window a little bit with this change that you're making. For some reason, I haven't got quite enough space, but I did another card for the other ones as well. Well, a couple of other cards. So I want to see what else is good is coming. So there's a lot of freedom coming from this change that you've made, from this new chapter in your life. What else is good for pal 3, please? So, call yourself back from all space and time to feel, sense and reflect on the oceans of your presence within. Wow, that's pretty deep and intense. Look at that while she's sleeping on the moon. So it's like making sure that your energy is centered within you so that you've got everything, so that all your energy is centered within you. So just don't keep thinking about what's going on elsewhere. Think about what's going on with you. So I'm just having a little look at what it says in the book for this card, just to give you the full meaning. It says, how are you doing? That is the question to ask yourself when the Cancer Sun sign cards appears in your reading. When was the last time you took a moment to check in with yourself, listen to your internal landscape and support your emotional needs? So something about this shift and change in this new chapter is enabling you to have more time somehow to consider yourself. And I think this is where the rewild bit comes into play as well. Your emotions are going to offer you deeper understanding about how and when you need to establish better boundaries, which is interesting because we've got boundaries here, and that's what it's talked about here. Make sure that you listen to your intuition and what feels good and what feels bad, and put those into place, because you're not the person you used to be. You're not just going to give all of you to everyone. You're going to take it as steady as you can, even though it's saying things are going to happen quite quickly. But just be mindful of yourself as you go through this process, so that you can live in consistent joy by putting in boundaries where necessary. If you do have emotions coming up, recognise them and kind of focus on them and go, right, I feel you, anger or resentment or self-doubt or anxiety. What are you trying to tell me? And consider it, like, honour them by acknowledging them and looking at them objectively to see what they're telling you. Do they want you to make a change? Are they worried about, what are they trying to tell you? There's a little exercise with this card that's called the travelling self-scan practice. This is a check-in with yourself in which you focus on the emotions that are often left hidden or ignored. Find a quiet space for some personal time to be with yourself and sit or lie down with your eyes closed. Place one hand over your heart space or move your focus to your heart space. Take a deep breath and say, emotions within, come forth one at a time. Take another deep breath, settle into yourself and ask, who wants to go first? And then allow your emotions to present themselves so that you can witness how they show up and how they dwell in your body. You are not here to address them, you are here to acknowledge them and witness where they live and what they need to liberate you from. Breathe slowly and stay calm. You are here to show compassion not only to your emotions but to yourself as well. And you just stay there as long as you need to. And it's excellent for seeing where you need to focus on self-healing or to address with someone such as a therapist, spiritualist teacher, friend or family member who you trust, who may guide you. For example, someone like me. So you can always have different healing modalities done with me by going to the Let's Talk page on my website, where there's all sorts of information on my website. You can, if you don't know what you want, just click on the Let's Talk page, fill in as much as you can and write a bit of information about what it is you want to deal with. Or you can go onto the Buy Me a Coffee link where there's my shop for one-to-one readings, which we can always do. That led in nicely there, didn't it, Catherine? Okay, and then, wow, so this has flown off out of, so Spirit was ready. They beat me to it. So this is butterfly, but also like a moth maybe. You can reinvent yourself, which is perfect because it's with the peppermint card. It's saying leave behind what you don't want to be anymore and present what you do want to be. And I was saying earlier about act as if, however you envision yourself to be perceived, present yourself in the way you want to. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So, we haven't got the journey card. It's been in every other one, but we do have travel there, potential travel, but things going fast. And this King of Wands represents the bit also about you have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey, pile 3. This is good. Leave your worries and doubts behind and shine your little light and just pay attention, or shine your big light even, shall I say, pile 3, and just pay attention to who feels good and who doesn't, and leave behind, steer away from the ones that don't, and enjoy the company of those that do. Have a wonderful week, Pal 3. If this resonated, please do like and subscribe, as it helps to grow my channel and helps me to help people like you. Take care. Bye-bye.